Welcome to the southern coastline of Western Australia. But before we get to the beaches, we hook up with the local four-wheel drive community to take on the Mundaring Powerlines. Awesome guys, let's have some fun.
I reckon they're nuts.
Then we hit the beach. But you can very quickly come undone here on the beaches in WA. This is Australia's toughest beach exit, and we've come to conquer it. We'll bring the BYD back and we'll recover the Toyota Hilux. Well guys, this is the start of the infamous Powerlines track here at Mundaring, just out of Perth. This is absolutely hectic. Now we've arrived early and we've already got more than 30 cars here ready to take on the tracks with us. It's going to be a sensational afternoon guys, so hang around as the team from 4 Wheel Drive TV connect with the community here just out of Perth and take on the Mundaring Powerlines.
Really appreciative for Simon heading over our way and giving us a chance to get out and show him a bit more of our backyard.
It was really exciting to go down the Powerlines, meet most of this crew for the first time.
It was great to see so many different people from all walks of life, different age groups, different vehicle levels.
Name's Jared, I drive a 2011 MN Triton. Most of what you see here, I've done it myself.
The Mundaring Powerlines, we actually took our Tank 300, which comprises of a 6-inch lift and 39-inch tyres with a long travel front and rear end.
Running Hilux diffs, chrome ollie everything in the front, 529 diff gears, twin Hilux good transfer cases, Commodore V6 and auto in it. I'll do whatever I need to do to put on a show.
Originally from Victoria, but I've been living in WA for 20 years. Bought this one when I was living in the high country, did a lot of four-wheel driving.
My name's Jamie and this is Echo. It's the 2012 FJ Cruiser that I put it all together myself. I've been a mechanic for nearly 20 years. I've done this track a few times and blown a few parts, but mostly good times have been had here.
A lot of this damage is from this track, so it's just a matter of pushing yourself and seeing how sideways you can get before you roll it.
This is our first time really full driving in the 76, so we're going to be taking some of the easy tracks, slowly ease into it, and we'll see how we go from there.
We saw the thing up on Facebook. We've only just bought the 4-wheel drive. We have no idea what we're doing.
We're just about ready to go. We've got sponsors here, we've got clubs here, we've got local enthusiasts, and we've even got some beginners. Thanks for coming down to support.
Nice to meet you.
Good. Have you let your tyres down yet?
Well, no. What do I let them down to?
20 PSI would be a good starting point.
Okay, yep.
That does two important things. First of all, it protects your tyre because the tyre can conform and roll over the sharp rocks and not cut. The second thing it does is because you've got a lot more traction, you're pushing the vehicle a lot less harder, which means you're protecting the vehicle and you're protecting the environment.
Excellent.
So it's good for everybody. Enjoy guys, great to have you here.
Thank you very much, really appreciate it. Cheers. I've only ever seen him on the screen, so I know he's not animated now.
Driver briefing! All right guys, firstly, thank you for turning up. This is an awesome showing of the local guys from Western Australia, and boy, do we have a great diversity of vehicles. And who bought Chinese cars?
Hell yeah, yeah, let's go. If you want to do the hard lines, middle to right. If you want to do the easy track, stay to the very left.
Awesome, and what tyre pressure?
16 pound.
That low?
16 to 18 out here.
Awesome guys, let's have some fun. Thank you again for coming out, really appreciate it guys, bloody awesome.
From there, it did turn into a bit of an organised chaos.
I was in a sport vehicle driving the camera crew around.
I don't know about you, Andrew, I kept it pretty tame.
Oh, we did. We had a trip to do on the weekend too, so yeah. We had to behave.
The factory suspension on the Tank 300 is very simple for someone driving around town and doing really basic stuff. It works well with a few tweaks, putting a nice 2-inch lift on it, really getting a bit more droop travel out of it and bump travel as well, extending the rear shocks, running longer coils for better entrapment. We're able to get awesome results. You know, wheel articulation is boosted, ride quality is boosted. We can get these vehicles on corrugations and they remain consistent in performance and control. Being that we have had such a diverse range of cars at our business, it's given us the experience and advantage a lot of people are missing.
It's a retired comp vehicle, doesn't quite meet the safety standards anymore. I am going to be bringing it back up to the standards, just having fun with it.
First section of the track, it'd have to be at least 150 to 200 metres of just solid, deep ruts through there.
They're all having a crack, all out there enjoying themselves.
Big diversity, lots of awesome driving.
Everyone flowed pretty well, the cars were coming through, no issues, no aggro, and that's credit to everyone that come out.
It was good to see a few of the other boys taking the harder track on the right.
Give a couple of people some reality checks about their vehicle clearance. There's a few clangs and bangs and scratches.
I'm a big fan of the Unimogs. I love seeing those guys out on the tracks. Overall favourite though, still has to be mine. I love my ute. I wouldn't swap it for the world.
Cactus.
The vehicle on the day was weighing in at about 3.3 tonne. So I was actually very happy with how it performed up that hill.
It's fun. I'm actually enjoying myself, but my heart rate is higher than I expected it would be. And the advice about the tyre pressure, I think, was an absolute godsend.
The four-wheel drive scene in WA is really strong. If you drive around, you'll see almost every driveway has at least one four-wheel drive in it. It is a great state for it.
One of our mates brought his GQ. He goes there all the time and he just eats it up for breakfast, which is nice.
Not 100% sure what we're going to encounter later on in the trip, but I think doing this first will give everyone a bit of confidence to be able to tackle whatever comes our way.
Turnout was amazing. Over 50 cars, probably over 100 people.
All in all, it's really good to see people having some fun.
Got to that second section, people started having a bit more trouble.
I reckon they're nuts.
Maybe.
Across all of these Toyo tyres, one thing you'll notice is that just below the shoulder, they've got these side lugs or side biters. When you air your tyres down correctly, you'll actually start to engage these side biters for additional protection and traction. And they're actually going to greatly reduce the risk of having a sidewall slashed or cut. Side biters. Understand what they are, how they benefit you, and make sure you get the full use out of them.
We did the first hill climb, which was challenging in itself, and then we hit the bowl.
Jesse being Jesse, he obviously led the pack.
Jesse, tell us the plan.
Yeah, broom, 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 broom. We had the contract go down one of the harder tracks.
So going up the middle line of Gnarly Hill, which is one where you drop down and it does a little bit of an S, and then you hook it left between two big muddy rocky ravines to go up this large hill. It's very tight.
Jesse saw the contract go down and he's like, I'll make it a bit harder for myself. Started going down the chicken track, and then he's made his own way down over one track. Basically nearly flipping. And then going down next and then around up the harder track.
40-inch tyres really helped him take the hardest line possible, and he was able to get out of it pretty easily.
That was absolutely sick to see.
Powerlines give you so many different options with tracks right across the breadth of this section. It's awesome. We've got plenty of cars, plenty of different drivers, and a stack of characters, all having a stack of off-road fun. Can it get any better? We love it.
Multiple choices of which way you could go up.
There was about 4 or 5 different tracks you could take out of it, and there was one normal track that everyone took down. Once again, we took the chicken line around. So we're not familiar with the vehicle as yet. This is our JSE Custom Fit Outs 76 series. We've only just finished off what we've had to do on this car. So this is our first real big shakedown of the car. It's got 3-inch suspension all the way around with 35-inch tyres. It's got a bull bar at the front with some EcoX gear UHF. Custom roof rack by RDF Fabrication. We've got a 270 awning and a shower tent on there as well. And we have a wicked JSE Custom Fit Outs draw system in the back. If you want to check out any of our builds, we've got all the social media stuff. If not, get in touch with us and we can make your dream come to life.
You know, people with the more serious off-roading vehicles, they were just crazy lines.
Challenge with these sorts of tracks is when you start up high and then you have to go down low and then you come back up high. From where you are, it's hard to read the terrain till you're really in it.
Pumpkin pied.
The rock step to get up into the final step up the hill was pretty hard. You had to hit that with a bit of gusto to get up and over that rock and then throw you around a bit. You get traction again and you'd shoot up to the top.
It's such a great climb, and if you tackle it with the right precision, you can definitely weasel your way through it without damaging the vehicle too much. But it's not easy. It is a calculated risk. If you do slip or come off your line, yeah, panel damage is definitely high up there on the list, and it happens, you know, it's all part of wheeling.
I look at it as a tourer and go, oh, I wouldn't have driven that. No, we didn't, because we've got touring vehicles.
Not as much the same.
Yeah. Well, there's still enough there to have fun without pushing the car to the point where you break it.
So I opted to take what I thought was going to be a pretty good line up through the right. Did miss a decent sized hole. Put my front tyre into that. Lent the vehicle right over. I ended up nearly rolling it on its side. Fortunately, no panel damage though. The rock slider's done everything they were meant to do. Jesse again rocked up and came to save the day. Gave me some pretty good guidance spotting me back. We reversed back up and then punched it and headed straight to the top of that hill. We did put it through 90% of the tracks.
Unimog just making its own tracks. They have a habit of doing that. They're a big bit of gear and that's what they're built for. Just crawling up and making it look easy.
While many drivers are taking it easy, knowing the limit of their car, not everyone can resist the temptation.
I hear air.
Next thing, the tyres off the actual wheels.
Horrible spot. You're not going to be changing your tyre down there. So obviously this presented quite a challenge of trying to get him out, get him on flat ground so he could get his tyre repaired or changed. I come up as all this was happening, there was already another car coming partway down forwards, which I thought was a weird choice. I don't know what the intent or the purpose was there, but then he'd committed and come into the track himself, and then he was having to turn around.
We've got one car stuck without a tyre. We've got a Triton almost stuck in reverse, but he's done a U-turn on the side of the hill. We've got a Unimog coming to save the day. Now we're going to get the Triton out of the way.
But hey, like, hats off to him. Obviously the guy was coming down to help. Heart and intent was in the right place, but it seemed unnecessary in the end.
That's cool.
It was absolutely awesome to see the community come together. People were willing to help instantaneously. There was a Unimog backing up in rapid fashion, getting ready to tether him. The group camaraderie was just excellent. And that's the thing with the four-wheel drive community is we do kind of look out for each other. At the end of the day, we all have one passion, and that's four-wheel driving. Regardless of the car we drive or the tracks we take, we all go out for the same reason. That's to go wheeling, get out of the city, and have a ton of fun.
Now there are many reasons why you go to a tyre professional to get your tyres fitted the right way. But here's a little tip for you. When you're fitting brand new tyres, inflate them to at least 40 PSI and then let them down to your desired pressure. The reason you do that is to make sure that the bead is set correctly. You want a full seal and you want the bead all the way over to the edge of the rim, locked in nice and tight where it should be. Then let it back down to your desired pressure, which will be somewhere around 20 PSI, depending on your driving style, the tyre and the rim that you're running, and the terrain you're dealing with.
Well, we had a lot of time to sort of think about what to take. We got a few different examples from a few different cars doing it. Once that Prado was out of the way and we saw 1 or 2 cars going up that harder line, we thought that's definitely going to be the one for us. That hard track I went up in my Hilux, it was quite fun. Just had to put my foot down consistently. You're definitely going to not get through without any bumps. Got to make sure you get some foot up, keep it going. Luckily I didn't get any damage to the panels or anything like that.
Next up, let's see how the BYD Shark tackles the hard line.
So we spent the last couple of weeks working real hard trying to get this thing ready for this trip.
It's just got spaces in it, no one makes actual suspension for it yet. And then it's just got 34-inch tyres on it.
Guys are crazy!
So we really focus on doing automotive electrical installations, getting people set off grid. We do a lot of big troopy fit outs for our customers. We kind of do that one-stop shop where we can do all that fab, you can also do all your auto electrical, and then we can also do all your 240 volt needs. We can really get you set up, we can definitely help you out.
I took the right line. I don't want to go that challenge. The car went down the drop-in, nice and easy, no scratches or anything. We got down, went to the right. Going up the line, because of the angle, it was actually quite hard to see the tracks and the ruts where you're driving. That's why I say having that person out the vehicle spotting, giving me a bit of direction of where to put my wheels so I stayed up so I didn't drop in or anything like that was a massive advantage. With that extra person looking, I mean, it went up like easy.
So one of the last guys in our crew, Henry, was going up with his patrol, and there was the Forester going up the other track as well. So it was really cool to see the 2 cars. Kind of weird because they were both struggling at different points, but they were both like side by side.
He come up probably 60% of the way the same way the rest of us did. Went to tackle the last one and give it a fair run. Plenty of right foot, he was right there, but I think the lack of, some bigger wheels and a bit of extra ground clearance just meant he couldn't get over.
It's really cool to see everyone jumping out, trying to help each other out, see where that Forester, where we get the line and help the patrol up as well, so that was really cool.
But he was able to go back, pick a different line, give it a bit more power and up it come.
That Forester was giving it some. I was actually well impressed with that car to be able to wheel that up that track. He did pretty well.
He had to give it the beans, but he got a standing ovation at the top.
That was
Nah, that was fine. That was all good. It was a great drive up.
So what's the right tyre for your vehicle? Taller and fatter or taller and skinnier? Typically on a lighter, smaller vehicle like a Suzuki, a tall, narrow tyre like this will be your best bet. But on bigger, heavier vehicles, a wider platform at low pressure is going to give you the traction and support you need whilst minimising the impact on the terrain because you're spreading the load over a much wider surface. So understanding your vehicle, understanding the type of driving that you do, and understanding where you want to go will help to dictate whether you need a narrow, tall tyre or a tall, wider tyre.
After finishing the second section, we continued for a nice long drive through the power lines, and then we got to Moon Rock, which Jesse said was going to be a challenge.
So Moon Rock is definitely a challenge of mine that I really, really like. As you approach Moon Rock, you traverse over the top of it. It's got a couple little rock climbs and holes in it. It's nothing too crazy. A proper four-wheel drive can do it with minimal issues. But the fun really starts when you turn right and go right again. And then at the back of Moon Rock is a step-up challenge. Now this step-up challenge changes every week. We get a lot of four-wheel drives giving it a go.
And first up was Jesse's brother in the cannon.
Jesse's brother had his Canon Alpha there on 37s, big tyres, still struggled to get over it, but once he did, it was good to see.
Jesse's brother was able to take his Canon up there. Yeah, good to see a car be able to take that on and challenge that big obstacle.
Tell us how that felt.
Mint. Love it. I'll go again for you. Look, it's really simple, right? Unless you've got a front locker and you're probably below 8 PSI with a good 37, which is a decent treaded tyre, you're not going to be able to crawl it. But if you've got a rear locker like me, but B locks and 37s, just give it a little bump and you're up to go.
Here's your glasses are dropped.
Perfect. This is my trophy.
Yeah, there was some challenging stuff. It was good fun watching those cars having a crack at that. I didn't give it a go myself, but
I didn't give it a go either. No. I was happy to watch. Yeah, for sure.
Everything from the contract to the Unimogs.
Awesome to see. A couple of Unimogs just crawled over it, which is awesome. People were a bit concerned being top heavy, but they are such a good unit. There was no real concern there. Definitely put the vehicles out there to the test.
Debbie out there in a tricked up 80 series. Debs is a legend. She really likes to push herself. It was nerve-wracking for her, you can see it. It was great to see people pushing themselves, but still great four-wheel drivers around to guide them. Jesse was out there, Simon of course, guiding them through and giving them the confidence to have a crack.
How was that?
Piece of cake, mate. Don't know what I was worried about. Easy. I think I might need to change my underwear, but I did. It was all good. Yeah, it was great.
Awesome. Thank you.
It's really cool seeing Jesse take that line up on that really hard rock there. Just having all those rocks around and just trying to crawl itself up was really cool to sort of show what that tank could do.
The scraping and bumping and the sparks flying from under the car as the metal hit the granite rock. You know, it was definitely quite the spectacle and show, but it just proves, you know, if you're willing to put your vehicle in that situation, you can do some incredible things.
Where you are, straighten the wheel and give it a bump. That's the line. You've got this.
Really good. We got to see a whole heap of guys out and about and just good people making the most out of their vehicles.
So it was a really great afternoon, really good to meet the community. It was even great having all the guys from work come down. Really fun afternoon, really good to see some people giving some real hard goes out there.
It's always great seeing the four-drive community come together. If people needed a hand, everyone helped out, showing tips and tricks that people didn't know.
The start of the trip worked off really well. It's always great to talk to people in the local community and the four-wheel drive scene.
It's good to see people in the public getting out there with them. It's also great to see some everyday four-wheel drives or here, average weekend tourer, all sorts of cars here. It's been great.
Right, let's pack up and get out of here. We've got a 5-hour drive to get down the coast of Bornholm. There's a beach there. It's apparently the toughest beach exit in Australia. And we're ready to take it on. Let's go Perth, let's go WA. Let's hit the beach.
Boss lets me drive the car for the first time, and all what I have to do? Bog it.
Click here for more Perth action.